All right, everybody, Screener Week continues here on Movie Epidemic with Body Swap.
Stop, Dave. I'm afraid.
That's right, everybody, it's Body Swap, exactly what it sounds like. It's a body swap movie, and why someone would make such an obvious movie in 2020, we're not sure, but that's okay. We've got a movie sent to me by writer, actor, producer Jimmy Costas, directed by Timothy Morton. Indie comedy is really hard, and I think that people underestimate how hard it is to get laughs in a film. Luckily, this one has a few, but it does feel pretty much like every other body swap comedy I've seen. I don't think it necessarily brings anything new to the genre, but I mean, it's kind of a fun watch. It's been at a lot of film festivals. The 29th Woods Hole Film Festival and won Best Comedy at the 53rd World Fest Houston. So it's gotten some accolades. It's gotten some awards. As you can see on the poster, it's got its film festivals on there. So this is a movie that you could probably see somewhere, but if you can't, don't worry. It's on Vimeo, certainly on Vimeo. If you go to vimeo.com/ondemand/bodyswap, you can find it. Now, right out the gates, it is a little jarring how low budget it is, but that's okay. It's what you expect from this kind of indie low budget thing. It kind of frames itself as like a TLC type documentary where they're talking about what it was like to swap bodies and how they are now in a relationship because of it, and better people. So it kind of starts off, you've got Casey, you've got two Caseys. Casey Jones is the female, you got Casey, the kind of slacker guy. They meet in a job interview. She only really took the interview because they had the same name. I don't know if that actually happens. I mean, it hasn't been my experience, but I guess we'll laugh that off as a situation builder. Immediately, some sort of paper shredder accident that causes them to swap on bodies. And at this point, it's like, all right, so that's just what it's going to be. It's just the body swap thing. Hey, that's going to be the whole thing. And being a very indie production, you know, the acting is a little suspicious, but actually, I did notice once they switched bodies and it was a little more, the awkwardness is a little more believable once they're in different bodies, that the acting got a little better. And I would say Ella Jordan, who plays CJ, is very good. The rest of the cast, questionable, but I'm not going to knock too much points off for that. There are a few pretty funny bits in this. One being how when CJ is in Casey's body, she only wants to wear yoga pants still, so you've got this giant man in tight yoga pants. That's a funny bit. But for how long is that funny? I don't know. But you'll certainly see it a lot. You also got another character, Roy, who's the brother of Casey. He's arguably the funniest character in this movie. I wish he kind of had more to do, but every time I saw him, I was laughing. Funny, seems like a funny man. Gunnar Willis, he's even got a funny name. Essentially, this is a movie that just tries to get to the next segment of laughs, where your mileage may vary on that. You've got each of them going on dates in the other body. CJ's pretty good at dating women, as it turns out. But Casey, even in a woman's body, can't quite figure it out. Again, all of this feels so obvious, you know? It's like, I get what they were going for, but most of the time it's just so goofy. And I think it comes with the territory of writing comedy, but comedy is just so subjective. It's just so subjective, and it is truly like the hardest genre to actually make something good. And so the fact that these guys actually won some awards, I do think that's pretty commendable. So Casey's a slacker that basically knows nothing, kind of a loser. He's in the body of this businesswoman, this high-strung businesswoman making a $1 billion deal. I think one of the issues with this movie is the fact that they're in each other's bodies and they don't want to be so badly. They're very depressed about it and not enjoying themselves. And I always find that when you're in a movie about people not enjoying yourselves, that rubs off on the audience quite a bit. I think this would play better in maybe a theater of people, just simply because you'd be laughing together at stuff. I don't think all the bits work, certainly. I guess there's enough to keep interest. It's not super long, so it's not going to waste your time that badly. The fact that they try so hard to make it a movie about finding the true meaning of love and loving yourself or whatever, it's like, okay, I guess you have something there, but just the fact that they had to do, it's such a generic body swap movie to the point where it's called body swap, And even at the end, they're like, we learned all the cliches. It's like, yes, you did. And I don't think I enjoyed watching the cliches, but but I appreciate them trying something, and whether or not the body swap genre has been done to death, yes, it has. I'm glad that they have found success. Personally, it's not my favorite movie in the world, but I wouldn't stop you from watching it if you're into a very low budget but relatively funny little indie flick. So I'm going to give this one 2 stars on the Chadsky scale. If you guys got any comments, don't forget to leave them below. Subscribe. That's it for today. If you want to follow me on social media or get in contact with me, it's at Movie Epidemic on all social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys